Hi folks, my name is Aparna. I'm an engineer and I'm an MBA student. What this means is that earlier I was expected to have zero communication skills and now I'm expected to talk all the time. Anyway, I also have amazeballs friends. What this means is that when I say stuff like, hey, I think I want to make a comedy video. I think I want to try stand-up comedy. I get responses like, oh, I didn't know you were funny. So I'm here obviously to prove them wrong. Or something like that. Well, anyway, here I am. And slowly and steadily, I'm going to try to be funny. So what can I talk about? How about the sexes? No, mummy, not sex. What the fuck? I'm an Indian woman. I'm not going to stand here and make a video about sex. Guys and girls are so different. Sometimes I feel like they must have evolved separately. Like a girl's superpower is curiosity. Say you're walking on the street and your girlfriend's coming up and she's like, oh, hey, how are you doing? What's up? And you're like, fine, things are fine. She's like, wait, what happened? What's wrong? Now notice you didn't say, oh no, my life is fucked and I really need to offload. You said fine, but it doesn't matter. Anything less than great and she's curious. You can try to evade her questions, but really once you've said fine, it's over. You have to tell her what's up. On the other hand, guys, they're not curious at all. There's this one time I'm surrounded by all my stuff, including my bike and everything. And I'm in a shitty place. It happens to all of us. Sometimes we're in a shitty place. I'm wondering what to do with my life and where to go with all my stuff. And suddenly this friend of a friend, a guy, he walks in. And he sees me surrounded by all this with my head in my hands. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, oh, hey. He's like, oh, you've got all your stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, probably should tell him a little something. Full disclosure, this house is actually his house. So, I feel like I'm obligated to tell him a little bit about what it is and why it is that I have kept all my stuff in his house. Meanwhile, this guy, he's walking around, he's removed his shoes and he's gone to the kitchen and he's like, okay, you want coffee? And that's all. This stuff is not mentioned at all. How? How are you not curious, dude? Don't you want to know? Okay, don't get me wrong. I love guys and I love women too. Overall, I think I love women a little more than I love men, just because I've got more wonderful women in my life than I have wonderful men. I think that this is statistically significant because we have a lot of guys in India. So if I'm still finding more wonderful women, it must mean that women are statistically significantly more awesome than men. It also means that when we get awesome guys like A.R. Rahman, Rahul Dravid and maybe even Biswa Kalyan Rath, we've actually earned it. So if curiosity is the girl's superpower, what's the guy's superpower? It's super confidence. That's even the lamest guy somehow has more confidence than the smartest girl. Let's say somehow the conversation has gone to China, our neighbor. And this guy's like, I read that in China guys give dowry. I'm so smart. Say that there's a girl in the conversation, she's also read similar shit and she says, actually, I think you're talking about bride price. Women still give dowry in China, but the guys give something known as bride price. And the guy's like, no, I know, I'm so smart, guys give dowry. This is, by the way, the same guy who's giving direction and he's like, yes, we have to take the left, 100% just take the left. And of course we end up at the wrong place. But these kind of things don't faze him. Say someone actually bothers to take out the phone and Googles it and they're like, actually looks like in China also women only give dowry. You think this changes anything? No. That is the magic of this superpower. This super confidence at night wipes out all memory of ever being wrong. And so the guy continues to have this super confidence day in and day out. So maybe it's because of these differing superpowers, but sometimes guys and girls like to hang out together. So this friend of mine, this girl, she told me something like, I'm dating an alien. Yeah, she just told me without any warning, dropped it in the middle of the conversation. She's like, oh, by the way, Aparna, I've started seeing this guy. He's a politician. Yeah, she said politician, and that's like an alien, right? Because, you know, I'm an engineer. In my species, we only intermingle among engineers. My social circle is full of engineers. My extended social circle is full of engineers. My Uber driver's social circle is also full of engineers. I mean, this concept of mixing with other species, like, where is this exotic place where there is interspecies mingling? How does my friend get to sit with a politician? What are these conversations like? It blows my mind. Oh, but don't get the idea that I'm not happy being an engineer. I love being an engineer. I mean, it's my religion. It's not just my species. There's some people, I grant you, who are not as comfortable. Like some of my classmates in MBA, they say shit like, oh, I was an engineer. Dude, you not were an engineer. You are an engineer. Once you're an engineer, you are an engineer for life. You can like get another degree, but that doesn't mean you're not an engineer. Alright folks, that's it. I can't think of anything more funny to say. This is just my first video. I'm going to come up with more funny shit. Please leave a comment and you know, if you have any ideas about what I can talk about, please share. Again, thanks for watching. Bye. Have a good day.